I'm wondering how to phrase this. So, okay, no, we'll start with the backstory. When we were kids, there was a certain film that we watched an inordinate amount of times.
Too many. But I loved it.
And it was the 2003 remake of Cheaper by the Dozen.
Mm-hmm.
And I know apparently it wasn't very well received by critics. I learned that now, because when I was a child, I wasn't into that.
Because at the end of the day, critics don't really matter, right? We're all critics, and that's how it works. Yep. But professional critics, it's like, hey, what went wrong?
Yeah, but for kids and
I'm joking, by the way, all right? Critics, very important, but you don't need to take their word as gospel.
Of course. But as kids and even as adults, I look back on that film fondly because there was good character, good story. It was a bit cliche and...
Very cliche.
A bit obvious in the way that the story went. But it was enjoyable. It was family friendly. It wasn't trying to be anything that it wasn't. That film is being remade now on Disney. And we watched the trailer. And it wasn't very good. Do you want me to go again? Start from the beginning again?
No, I was just thinking about the trailer.
We make a lot of complaints when we react to trailers, talking about how too much of the story is given away. They gave us no story in this trailer. It was the opposite. They flipped the switch.
Yeah.
They gave us literally nothing in this trailer. And we both looked at each other and said, did you get any idea of the story? No.
No, it's just a family who have 10 kids. Not 12, but 10.
Who don't have a nanny. That's it.
That's the whole story? Is that the whole story here? Because then after we watched that, we went back and said, hey, let's go and watch the first trailer for Cheap by the Dozen in 2003. We popped that on. The feels came back.
It was a great trailer.
I just saw the whole film in my head.
Yeah.
It was that well done. It was very, very 2000s, clunkily put together in terms of the music smashing and smashing together. But they gave you what the film was in that trailer. Yeah. Maybe they gave a bit too much, to be fair.
They gave some of the best shots.
They told you what was going on. They told you 12 kids. Problems, because you have 12 kids and you forget who's who. Fine. You have parental problems. You have parents saying, I want to do this with my life. The other parent saying, I want to do this with my life.
Yeah.
Work-life balance. Problems. Moving to a new house. Problems. Older kids not getting along with the parents. Problems. All this stuff makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all there. And then you watch this trailer and you say, what are the problems? You have an amazing family of 12. That seems to be the problem here.
And the thing is, they didn't even give us the inciting incident of the story.
No.
Where in the 2003 version, it was the dad saying, I've got this job offer, it's amazing, we have to move. And the kids say, excuse me?
Yeah.
What? We're not moving. And of course they have to. And it changed their lives in a certain direction. The dad is saying, it's going to be good for us. In this, there was no inciting incident. There was no change. It was just we have 10 kids.
And apparently they run a family-owned business. I can see how that could work in terms of the story, but I don't see that as a huge story point. But I don't know how much that can be used and lent on from the other characters. Yeah. Whereas the stuff that happened in that 2003 film, there's so much shit hitting the fan.
Yeah.
And every single character, crazily enough, had a character.
Yeah, that's the
I
odd
have
thing.
an odd feeling this not going to happen with this one.
It's crazy because I remember the 2003 film, and if you show me an image of each of the children, I'll tell you some characteristics that I can remember from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They gave them all just enough screen time to put across their character, their likes and dislikes, and then the cliques that they had within the family. Because when you've got 12 siblings, you can't get along perfectly with all of them. But with this one, there was no character in the kids from the trailer.
No kids going at each other. There was none of that. But I will say, before the trailer started, I looked at her and said, I'm telling you, we're going to have siblings. We're going to have step-siblings. There's going to be a foster sibling as well. And what happened? Seemingly, there were all three. So the two parents are divorcees and they've come together, had their own family. They have kids from each of their first marriages. They have kids together as well as their own kids, as well as each other's kids. And seemingly, there's also a random Asian kid in this story of a black and white mixed family who is supposedly, I would think, fostered.
Yeah. And I wasn't going to pinpoint this, but then Gabrielle Union said his name, and she said his name wrong.
So badly wrong.
His name is spelt Haresh.
Yeah.
And with an Indian accent, you'd call him Haresh. Or maybe in an English accent, you'd say Haresh. She called him Haresh.
Haresh.
With
like
clear
Horatio.
Y. Yeah, with a Y.
Haresh.
Haresh. She called him Haresh.
I'm telling you, my guy, these people say words important. They say my name correctly. You're saying his name very, very wrong. And you're the parent.
If you're gonna include a South Asian character or character with a foreign name, I'll use these ear bunnies because they're not foreign names anymore. You have to make sure you're saying it right, especially if you're their parent.
Harish.
Harish. His name is not Harish. Come on.
It's not. It's not.
Don't do it like that because it's really false and it doesn't come across well. Most people aren't going to pay attention to that. It just came across like grating my ears.
It came across like, oh look, we're throwing diversity, but we don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, but we don't
Which is
really care.
fine because normally people don't give a fuck, and that is absolutely cool. I'm telling you, this might be a great movie.
It could be.
It might be. The trailer was trash. The film might be good, but the film being good is not dependent on it being a diverse cast.
No.
I don't think it should hold any bearing on whether this film is viewed as good or bad. If there's a good story, if there are good characters, if you believe what's going on, then that's all I care about. Do not just throw shit in there just for the sake of it, because it makes it seem fake. It makes it seem like we're doing this just for show.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't think anyone really likes it when people do things just for show.
Oh, also, I'm going to say this. I don't know how people are going to take this one. I said step-siblings. I said siblings. I said foster siblings. Not that this other category comes into this, but as well as having like a mixed race family, a black family, a white family, a South Asian kid, an Indian kid, one of their kids is also disabled.
Yeah, they really threw
So they've just thrown the
everything at
kitchen
this.
sink at this and said, we're doing everything.
Yeah.
And I think when you do stuff like that, when you try and cater to everyone, it's almost like you're catering to no one. And it's not that you shouldn't try and put diversity forward, whether it's diversity of thought, diversity of culture, religion, ethnicity, whatever it is. I think that it needs to be done in a way where you don't feel like it's pushed and it's forced. They should have carried on the story. They should have had either Hilary Duff or Tom Welling have a family of 12 themselves.
It would have been a better version of a soft reboot.
Right?
I think
It's like a continuation that way.
Yeah, they could have done it.
Hilary Duff would have done it.
Hilary Duff. It would have been Hilary
Tom
Duff.
Welling, I don't know. So those are our thoughts on this new trailer. It ended up being unbelievably special. I can see there'd be a couple memes pop out of this one, to be fair.
Really?
I can see a couple of memes, yeah.
I can't.
No, I can. A couple of bad ones. Not good ones. Bad ones. Other than that. What was that? Thank you. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there if you didn't. Clark Kent, Superman, Tom Welling, gonna come after you. You don't want that, do they want that?
No.
You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been NONSENSEI.
She's been NONSENSEI. You've been Ram. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow if you don't. I make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. Because we're hashtag never know. Here's just how it goes. Also bring the bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring that. Bring a lot. Bring a little, do a lot, do a little. But we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same. Slightly different. But essentially the very same. Once more. See you then. Skadoosh.